It's time to separate the headlines from the facts. Everybody's saying that Diddy beat the case, but did he really? Let's clear it up. No gossip, just what actually went down in court. Sean Diddy Combs was hit with major charges. We're talking sex trafficking, racketeering, conspiracy, and transporting women for prostitution. Basically, the feds painted him as the ringleader of a dark empire, flying women out, grooming them, controlling their money, then setting them up for a so-called freak-off. Multiple women, including the singer Cassie, said they were manipulated, controlled, abused under the guise of luxury and loyalty. But what was he guilty of? Now here's where the headlines get lazy. Diddy was not cleared of everything. The jury found him guilty of violating the Mann Act twice. That's a federal law about transporting people across state lines for sex-related purposes. The jury believes he paid women to fly out and cross state lines, knowing what was going down, and that's a crime, even if it is consensual. Each count is up to 10 years in prison. That's a max of 20 years he could face. So what was Diddy not guilty of? Now, to be fair, he was acquitted of the most serious charges. No sex trafficking, no racketeering. The jury said there wasn't enough evidence to prove he forced anyone. Also, no evidence of him running a criminal empire. Just because he ain't guilty of sex trafficking doesn't mean he's innocent. The jury said, yeah, Diddy paid for sex and arranged for travel, but didn't raise any coercion or no one was forced. So what happens now? Diddy is currently in federal custody. The judge denied bail, saying he's at flight risk and could still be a danger to the witnesses. In fact, Diddy's former assistant and also Cassie's lawyer begged the judge not to release Diddy on bail because they are in fear of Mr. Combs, and also he's a felon who did break the law, which was transporting prostitutes across state lines with the intention to have sex. Sentencing is set for October 3rd, 2025. Prosecutors are pushing for up to 5 years, but with time served, he could be out by late 2026. Some legal analysts believe that he could get 33 months, maybe even less, but here is the deal. Diddy reportedly spent $15 million on lawyers. He offered up to $100 million for bail, and the court still said no. So no, he didn't walk away clean. He beat some charges, yeah, but still a convicted felon, and more than 50 civil lawsuits are either pending or were settled in secret. So believe me, it ain't over. So with that being said, let me get back to what he's guilty of. The Mann Act violation. It ain't about forcing people, it's about intention. If you fly someone out, setting up sex, pay them, and control the logistics, even if it's agreed upon, this is still illegal under federal law. Now let's be honest here. Now that Diddy has been convicted under the Mann Act, it creates a legal precedent that could open up the floodgates for future federal cases and civil lawsuits against entertainers, athletes, influencers, anyone with money and power and a paper trail who are paying for sex and having people cross state lines. I guarantee you there's a lot of celebrities, entertainers, and influencers who are nervous right now because a lot of people are guilty of flying people out for that purpose. I expect more lawsuits. I expect people to be extorted in secrecy, and this to basically change the game forever pertaining to traveling and sexual interactions. In summary, Diddy didn't beat the whole case, but he did beat the more serious charges. Even though he didn't come out clean, I still see it as a win. They didn't clear him, they just narrowed their focus. And still, he faces time behind bars. Rewatch if the headlines got you confused. And if you're flying women out, just know Uncle Sam watching. Like, comment, and subscribe for real breakdowns. This ain't just street gossip.